Hi, I'm Jimmy and welcome to our channel, Getting Out. This channel is about getting out of the rat race and getting into retirement. We're looking forward to having more time with our friends and our family to do fun things, and also looking to get outside, do some traveling, and have some adventures, especially in the national parks around North America. So in this channel, we discuss our thoughts and our experiences, the preparations we're putting in place to retire. We're talking about what's possible. We're hoping to inspire you as well. We would love to make some friends online and build a community where we can have people to go adventuring and exploring and traveling with. So anyway, come along with us. We'd love to get to know you, and we'd also love to get some inspiration back from you. My last video, I talked about losing my job, essentially. It was a major curveball and a setback for us. It was a very well-paying job. And suddenly I got called in one day without warning, and I was told the company was going a different way and I was no longer needed. Now I got a severance package, and fortunately it gave us some health care benefits, because another major thing we're going through this year is that my wife was diagnosed with breast cancer about 7 months ago. So that was obviously a big shocker for us. It's something we were working with. So we've kind of got the left and the right here. We got the 1-2 punch, and it's been just really eye-opening for us that everything can be going so well one day and you can have two major things go wrong at the same time. So for anybody out there who's going through that, just so you know, our hearts are with you. It's not an easy thing. You know, the job I had was very hard on the family, involved a lot of travel. I was gone every other week for 2-3 nights. And, you know, I missed family events. I missed funerals. Just was very hard on everybody emotionally. It was hard on the kids, although they're grown now. But I saw it as a short-term sacrifice for long-term gain, because it was really helping us to finance our retirement dreams. And as I said, suddenly it went poof. Now we're taking stock. We've thinking things through again. Fortunately, we've got some health care benefits to carry us through for a little bit of time, and we have our savings. But you know, what I've discovered is that the job marketing right now is pretty challenging. There's not a lot of opportunities out there. Now, thank God, I have a very good reputation in the industry, and I would just encourage you, if you're out there working, or if you're in a place where you're quiet quitting, or you're just unhappy in your job, don't let that impact your reputation negatively. Don't let that unpleasant job, or that situation that's hard for you, impact you in a bad way that it gives you a bad reputation. Because for me, the first thing I did was I started reaching out to friends in the industry, and been in this industry for a long time, and I know a lot of people. And fortunately, the majority of them think pretty highly of me. If that wasn't the case, I really feel like I would be up a creek without a paddle. So sure, you know, I did the unemployment application, which was a real pain in the butt. It took me hours because I had never done one before. I've always been upwardly mobile, and suddenly I'm older and I've found myself downsized, restructured, whatever you want to call it. Now, my wife and I, we've always lived beneath our means. And sometimes that wasn't easy, because many years, especially as we were raising kids and college and all those different, trying to buy a house and all those kind of things, we were really short on dough, and we were pinching our pennies every day. But because we lived beneath our means, we built that emergency fund first off. And then on top of that, we've just been building a nest egg brick by brick for many, many years now. And as I'm approaching retirement, things are in pretty good shape, but we're not quite where I'd like to be. You know, another year, I think we'd have really been in a wonderful place. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. It's not easy having someone say that essentially they didn't value your contribution for many years and now you're being cut loose. Um, it's hard on certainly my male ego. I don't know about other people, but I think that's probably a pretty common experience here. I'm at a place in my life where I don't care what other people think because I've lived a lot, and if I've decided that if I can't be myself now, here, as I'm approaching my golden years anyway, when am I going to get to be myself? When am I going to say, this is who I am, take it or leave it? I like myself. Let's stick with that and let's start with that. So, anyway, just encourage you that the sooner you can get to that place where while you're looking to be a responsible member of the community and you're trying to have that good reputation, at the same time, you don't have to be defined by that. And if somebody pulls the rug out from under you, it doesn't necessarily mean you're a failure, you're a bad person. So one of the things I've found is I've reached out to friends and I've reached out to these people who've known me for decades in the industry, that I have a good reputation, and they were willing to recommend me. They were willing to say that you should talk to this guy. He has things to contribute to your organization. And I don't know what I would do without those people. So if you're one of them, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyway, so, how's that impacting our dream? I don't know. I mean, in some ways, I'm hoping it pushes it back, might be a year or 18 months instead of a year. But at the other side of it, there's a part of me that's afraid, what if it's 5 years? What if it's 7 years? What if it's longer? What if I can't find a job? All these kind of things. And at the same time, I've got to find a job because my wife needs health benefits because we have all these huge bills from the hospital and from a handful of doctors and surgeons and all that going on. We're hanging on to the dream. At the same time, we're holding it loosely enough that maybe it's not going to come together the way we think it should, and that's okay with us too. But the dream hasn't withered. We have been knocked down a number of times over our lives here, and we've had good and long lives. At the same time, we've had a lot of successes too. So we're seeing this as the one of the setbacks, and we get back on our feet, we dust ourselves off, and we go forward, and we keep that positive attitude. How can you make sure that you don't miss out on life and on the best relationships in your life because of fear and short-sightedness? If you're a person who's filled with regrets, and like I said, we've got plenty, thanks, it's never too late to change course. And our decision right now is that we're not going to let a negative consequence or a curveball throw us off from the course that we've been plotting. Over the years, we've built strong relationships and we've had friends looking out for us long before these recent struggles. But they care for us and they help us. And this is just one of the key things. I think one of the key parts of being a success in life is making sure that you have those friends, you have those relationships to carry you through in times of trial. To my friends, I just want to say to you that I'm so greatly indebted to all you've invested in us over the years. Because of that, I have options in life, and I've got options in my career path going forward. Now, I'm unlikely to earn anything near what I was earning before, but oh well, that was last year. This is this year. It's time to play the cards that I was dealt. And I'm sure it's going to continue to be hard for us. Anyway, this video is getting way too long, but this has been an adventure for us this season, and life's an adventure. Let's be living it.